Hello! Today I've got another review video for you because it's Monday, obviously. Unless you're watching this on another day. In any case, yeah. Today I want to show you the Clinique Superbalanced Makeup Tint Foundation, which is obviously a sample version. The reason for that is that I have like a whole bunch of sample versions just lying around, and I always think that I might use them sometime, and the time never comes. So they just basically keep lying in a bag, and then eventually they get so old that I have to throw them out. So I decided instead of wasting them, I'd just review them because that's probably a lot more useful. By the way, this makeup look I'm wearing right now is sort of supposed to be a Barbie / ABBA inspired sort of look, of which I'll post a review on next Wednesday. In any case, and I'm also wearing this foundation obviously. Well, that's not obvious, but you know, it's the most logical thing to do when reviewing a foundation, to actually wear the foundation. I've also filmed it when I wore it because I always use these things in like 2 or 3 times. So I've also filmed it when I applied it another time and just throughout the day, which I'll insert in this video later on. But yeah, first some information about the foundation itself. First off, the price. That's sort of weird because on the Clinique website, I of course looked at the Dutch prices by the way. But on the Clinique website I saw it for like a little over 30 euros I think, while on other drugstore websites and just makeup websites I saw it for like 23 euros, 25 euros, things like that. So basically the price is somewhere between 23 and 30 euros depending on where you buy it probably. Which is sort of weird, but yeah, basically if you're really interested in actually purchasing this foundation, then I'd recommend just looking for, you know, the cheapest seller that's actually a, you know, trustworthy one, I guess. Yeah, so this just so you don't like pay more than you need to, basically. Yeah, another thing is though it is very liquid and it's really easy to spread, so you don't need a lot of it, which does mean that it's going to last quite some time. Which just sort of make it worth the price, although personally I wouldn't spend like 30 euros on a foundation, but again we'll get to the entire conclusion in the end of the video, because that's more logical. So yeah, let's start on the actual review of applying the product. Okay, somewhere down here or there, either one of the sides, I've inserted a clip of you know, me applying the foundation, and then later a clip of the foundation with like powder, concealer and everything, just makeup on top of it. Just, you know, how it looks in a full makeup look, which is basically what you can also see on my own face right now. But in any case, yeah, as I said, it's just really liquid, really easy to spread. And it blends really easily. It is a thing though that like most of the time sample versions are too dark for me. Which is why I decided to do this review while I'm still like suntanned from summer. Because like in winter I'm usually the average shade of a ghost. And if I then use a sample version, I'd have a really like tan face and really pale body, which looks sort of weird. But yeah, even now though, this is actually slightly too dark for me, so it does make blending a little bit more difficult, but again, it blends really nicely, even though it's a too dark version. But if it actually matches your skin tone, then of course blending is going to be even easier. You don't, like I said, you don't need a lot of it, however you can actually build up the like coverage of it. It covers really nicely, but it's not like a complete cake effect, it's not completely flawless. But you know, sort of like natural flawless, like it's like you have like naturally a very nice skin, but it's not as if you're wearing a mask or something, which, you know, I like that result. But if you want more coverage, you can just easily build it up, which is also nice. And yeah, it covers, it dries in a sort of like not a very matte shade, it doesn't like dry really shiny and oily either, luckily. Because I have oily skin, so if a foundation looks really shiny on its own, then I just know that it's going to look like horrible on me in like an hour or so. But this one, however, doesn't dry matte, but it doesn't dry really very shiny either. It dries sort of in a natural sort of matte-ness, I guess. Yeah, I don't think that's the word. Not how I mean it. Not how I mean it at least. But in any case, yeah, this dries sort of like a natural finish, I guess. Which again is really nice, and then with powder on top of it, it just looks perfectly matte and nice and good. And then right now you can see a clip of the foundation at I think I accidentally wrote down 1500 PM. Yeah, what I was trying to say in any case was that it was 3 in the afternoon when I filmed that update. I applied the foundation initially at 8 in the morning, so it lasts pretty well. Yeah, actually it lasts really well, actually. Yeah, I do actually apply more powder throughout the day because, as I said, I have really oily skin, so no foundation actually stays matte with me at all, ever. But yeah, so basically I just applied a little bit of powder, I think somewhere between 8 and 3 in the afternoon. And you know, just right before filming I also applied a little bit of powder, but the foundation itself didn't like move place, it didn't like fade away, it didn't create gaps or anything. It didn't turn cakey either, it just continued to look perfect. And yeah, just with a little bit of powder on top of it, it turned matte again and just looked as if I just applied it, which is very, very nice, because obviously that means it will last throughout the day, as long as you keep applying a little powder every now and then, if necessary. So yeah, in conclusion, this is probably not going to be a very long review, but in conclusion, I really like this foundation. It gives a nice finish, it gives a natural finish, but it can give a more full coverage finish if you like build it up a little bit. It's easy to spread and you don't need a lot of it, which is nice because apparently the price range is somewhere between 23 and 30 euros. Personally, I wouldn't think it worth 30 euros simply because, well, for example, L'Oreal True Match or like, yeah, there's no Douglas in other countries than the Netherlands, but you know, basically what I'm trying to say is other makeup brands have foundations that work just as well, but they're only like 20 or 22 euros, something between those two prices, I guess. So personally I wouldn't pay 30 euros for this, but however I do very much think that it's worth the like 25 euro range, I guess. Because again, it looks perfect and, well, perfect, I mean, it looks really good in my opinion, and it can continue to look very good throughout the entire day as long as a little powder is applied, which is just, you know, I think is a very good thing. So yeah, I would recommend this makeup if you want a sort of flawless finish, but you know, not too flawless, not a complete mask effect. Most people don't want a mask effect, so that helps. So yeah, in any case, if you have any questions about this foundation, I don't think you'll be able to read the ingredients, so you can ask those as well. You can just ask and I'll try to answer. I don't have the full bottle, but I can look stuff up on the internet. I mean, you could look stuff up on the internet yourself also, but if you don't feel like doing that, you can always ask me and I'll look it up. Yeah, in any case, yeah, so I hope this review was at least somewhat useful to you. In any case, thank you very much for watching and see you next time. Bye! And then on to some stuff that I don't use every week. So yeah, basically first thing is obviously hair dye. I dye my hair like once every 3 months if necessary, and if